It's set to stay chilly as the week wears on. A little more in the way of cloud cover, limiting the blue skies and the springtime sunshine. And as temperatures fall tonight, a slight frost in some locations. We've got colder Arctic air sinking its way from north to south in the next 24 hours, and blustery wet weather to come as we head into the end of the week. And then as high pressure repositions itself, we've got a switch in the wind direction and more windy wet weather from the Atlantic as we go into Saturday and Sunday. Ahead of this, we draw in milder air from the mid-continent, and as temperatures rise in that southerly airstream, we could see near 20 degrees come Sunday. In the meantime, with the clearer skies, very chilly as the day draws to a close, close to freezing as the night wears on across central and southern counties. Here, a slight frost with the thick low cloud, misty and murky across higher ground of the northwest and Wales as we head into a new day. Too much of a breeze for that sort of scenario through Scotland and Northern Ireland. A touch of frost in the glens as blustery wet weather sinks its way in, and it will turn increasingly to sleet and snow across the highest ground of Scotland through the course of tomorrow. Elsewhere, brighter skies, particularly across the south and the east initially, but that blustery wet weather sinking its way from north to south on keen winds. Lively downpours come the afternoon with hail and thunder thrown in for good measure. Some brighter skies behind the wet weather, but so cold in that brisk and biting wind, particularly across those northern counties. Feeling bitter here, something of a wind chill. Highs of 12 or 13 degrees at best further south, but chilly with the cloud cover. A calmer day into the end of the week, but staying very chilly out there with a lot of cloud once more. See you soon. A very good afternoon to you. Calm, quiet and dry for the vast majority today. A good deal of cloud will tend to limit the sunshine. Brighter sky in short supply, but the cloud will cap the temperatures, so a little less cold tonight and staying frost free. This is the earlier satellite and radar picture. Dry for all of us, but a good deal of thick low cloud across the bulk of Britain and Northern Ireland. A blanket of cloud reluctant to budge. A few slithers of sunshine for the lucky ones across eastern England, down across the Peak District and southern spots, but generally the cloud sticking around all day. A little disappointing with the grey, gloomy conditions, and rain tucking into northwestern Scotland later. A bit more of a breeze around those northwestern fringes through the course of the day and staying relatively mild, around 10 or 11 degrees. A misty low cloud expected across the highest hilltops tonight with the moisture in the air. Nowhere near as cold as last night, staying frost-free with all of that cloud cover and with a bit more of a breeze. No problems with any fog either. See you soon. Evening to you. A much colder theme into the weekend, feeling more like winter rather than spring. Brisk winds enhancing the chilly feel, and as the clocks go forward tonight, we lose an hour on lockdown. The blustery showers will continue to work their way into those central and eastern zones for a time tonight, and with the colder air, a wintry mix of sleet and snow, can you believe, across the highest peaks of Scotland and northern England. Elsewhere, clearer and drier, temperatures falling close to and just below freezing. A slight and a patchy frost here and there into a new day, but nowhere near as cold as recent nights. The brisk winds will prevent the harshest frost forming this time. And into a new day, a little more in the way of sparkly sunshine compared to this Saturday. This Sunday's looking a touch brighter, just a few blustery showers here and there across the east, and a little more in the way of cloud through the north and the east. Otherwise, blue skies, but feeling so cold, and that cold feel enhanced by brisk winds all day. A very good afternoon to you. Not a bad setup out there today. Fine and dry for the vast majority. Some lovely sunny skies to end the working week for many locations, but a little more in the way of cloud into the weekend as the breeze picks up and the rain heads in. This is the earlier satellite and radar picture. We've got sparkly sunshine in many locations, calm, quiet conditions, just a little more cloud cover through parts of East Anglia into the southeast, and this area of cloud extending through the spine of England as we head through the next few hours. The thicker cloud are likely to affect parts of Scotland and Northern Ireland all day. A bit more of a breeze developing as the afternoon wears on. Otherwise, we've got that dazzling winter sunshine. Really lovely out there. A little chillier than it has been of late after a freezing, frosty start in places, just 2 or 3 degrees above freezing through Scotland, and the rain makes some headway into Northern Ireland and Scotland through this evening and tonight. The wind's whipping up and across the east staying quite chilly, otherwise far too blustery for any mist, fog or frost. Waiting for that winter sunshine to return, we might need a little more patience in the meantime as it remains cold with misty low cloud and rain moving in through the next 24 hours. The system making some headway from west to east tomorrow, the first wet weather for quite some time. Behind this, clearer and colder air, particularly across the north, a little more action further south, windy and wet into a new week. As for the next few hours, clearer skies and brisk winds through the bulk of Britain will mean temperatures not sliding much below 5 or 6 degrees, frost-free for the time being, and then outbreaks of rain moving into the west as the winds whip up. That rain making some headway from west to east tomorrow. Ahead of this, a chance of some early sunshine. Finally, and some of this rain breaking up as it moves through, some of it on the heavier side, but where it stays blustery and wet, it stays relatively mild, not much below 9 or 10 degrees. Behind this, a lot of cloud, but brighter skies and cheerful sunshine into Scotland and Northern Ireland. Here with the chillier air, some sleet and some hill snow through the Highlands before the end of the day. See you soon. Another storm coinciding with another weekend. Disruptive conditions expected as the next 24 hours wears on, with excessive, relentless rainfall and widespread gales with damaging gusts. And we've got that rain showing little let up through England and Wales as the day draws to a close, up to in excess of a month's worth of rain falling on saturated ground, a heightened flood risk in the most sensitive areas. And we keep those gusty winds, damaging gusts with widespread gales, a lively end to the night through England and Wales, waking some of us up before dawn. Further north, a little clearer and colder with several hours of rain, sleet and hill snow through Scotland to come. Into tomorrow, stormy through the first stages of Sunday. Pouring rain through England and Wales, becoming confined to the southeast where we keep the milder air. For the Midlands northwards, turning chillier. The temperature set to slide, blustery downpours giving hail and thunder. And with the colder air across Scotland, several hours of sleet and snow. Blizzards across the highest routes, staying notably windy with gales and damaging gusts across the north. A very good evening to you. Arctic air keeping it unseasonably chilly for the second week of May, even colder in the wind, and overnight frost here to stay for the time being, even colder than last night, even with the night so short this time of year. Enough time for those temperatures to fall below freezing, particularly out in the countryside. A little colder than last night, -2, -3 for some of us. Not only frosty, but a chance of some icier spots into the small hours, something you don't hear very often this time of year. And the ice and the frost catching some of us out before dawn. But generally speaking, as that late spring sunshine gets to work, the frost and the ice long gone first thing, and then clear, crisp but cold as we head into a new day. Stunning sunshine and blue sky, just a few scattered showers moving into Northern Ireland, Northern England, North Wales. A chance of some sleet across the highest ground here, and rain, sleet and snow moving through Scotland, introducing even colder air here with a marked wind chill. Elsewhere, staying very chilly with the cloud cover and the breeze just 14 or 15 degrees. See you soon.